I would like him to stand up as the president and command his respect as a boss. If I go to a drug dealer spot and I start being disrespectful on the corner, the boss gonna tell me, yo, dog, you got to cool out. When he talking about black issues and they cut him off TV, I expect him to make a presidential order and get back on TV and take all the cameras and put it on his mouth. Not fall back and let it just be said and take that. No, you the king, bro. If that's the case, now, I don't trust Obama anyway. I've been telling people since day one, Obama Hussein is the Antichrist and the Trojan horse. They say that's strong words. I say, you don't really know what Antichrist means. Well, why you say that, G-Law? Because most of y'all don't know what Christ means, even though he told you straight out what it means. And y'all still arguing and killing each other over nothing. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the light. No man cometh unto the Father but by me, by my example. This is a program. Just walk the right way, let your light shine, and tell the truth. And that's how you get to your Creator. That's simple. You know what I mean? But you got these people who complicate simple things. And so anything that's anti the way, the truth, and the light is Antichrist. Did Obama really lead us the right way? Did he tell the truth to us? I'm going to stop the war within 18 months and bring all the troops home. Man, they killed people. Obama killed Gaddafi. One of the greatest men on the planet Earth. He wasn't perfect. But man, look at his work. Look what he did for his people. You can't. I don't care what label you put on somebody, man. A wino don't care what bottle you put alcohol in, as long as it's alcohol. He dropped more bombs on Africa than most white people. This Obama, this your boy, man. This boy ain't really never do nothing while they was hurting black people during this whole time. He ain't never really step up and do nothing. He's an activist. I know he know to do something from Chicago. None of that Chicago shit came out. He kept it clean and corporate. Just like his corporate bosses told him to do. You know what I mean? He is stamped on the envelope, man. And he is sellout. And that's the truth. And I hate to say it. And I'm glad I ain't voting. And I did support him. I made the best Obama t-shirts. And I did believe. And I did cry. And I did clap until he became a liar, until he started supporting the Obamanation, and he don't even hear it in his name. It's funny, God is like a rapper. Obamanation. First thing you did before you even signed your paperwork to say you was the president was you opened the doors. Nah, man. You moved against your pastor. But that's that Illuminati sacrifice somebody's shit. It's more than one way to kill somebody, man. So, I ain't with all that. I know how well America plans. Our country is a great country. It's so great, in fact, that I believe that y'all know he who fails to plan plans to fail. And I believe that America ain't planning to fail. I believe you're failing because you believe in your own way and you forgot about God in this equation. And I believe that when you put in God we trust on that money, you was talking about a trust fund and you was talking about the money. And you can't serve God and mammon. So I ain't playing. I mean, I thank God that you created a person that you don't want to do nothing for, you don't want to see no opportunity for, because you remove my ability to tap dance for your trinkets, because you ain't got nothing coming for me anyway. I ain't got no Social Security. I ain't been on welfare in 10 years. I ain't got nothing coming. I know why the feds ain't checked my funds, because they already know that they block all my electronic stuff, so I can't really never get money in 10 years. Every time I start, they stop it. So I don't got them kind of issues. I got these kind of issues where I believe if OG law message get out that education over incarceration for real, that follow the paper trail of how many 33,000 times all the people that they would have locked up if my movement works. That's why they had killed me, because I fucked that money up, straight up. Every child that don't go to jail under this thing is 33,000. We get 1,000 children, and that ain't counting lawyer fees and the rest of the drains. If y'all, ain't nobody did this statistic yet. Go into the black community and see how many money transactions is going from streets to the jail every fucking day. And you tell me where our money going, but right back into the prison system. Ain't nobody counting that money. All these black women cooking dinners and babysitting and cleaning houses to raise money to send him $50 for some summer package in commissary and to pay for that lawyer. And how much it cost for that? Well, it's $10,000 to fight the case. Yeah, well, I lost it. So if you want me to try again, I'm gonna need $50,000. Nigga, you lost the first one. You lost the first one. But I got to pay you more to see if you could get. Lawyers are legal lynch mobs who sell the illusion of freedom to the highest bidder. OG law. Y'all like them outside-in people to tell y'all stuff and lead the way. Y'all don't like nobody with experience with your children. Y'all generation that wait for death and then get motivated to want to start your own activism group. You ain't even got enough respect to just join one that was dead. So now you got too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Everybody want to be a boss, but they don't put no work in. Put no work in. To be a boss, man, you gotta pay the cost. So you think you're real smart because you waited until your child died to want to fight. And you start another program and another program and another program. You know what you're doing? Ask any boss. It's called splitting the power. It's like having a Democrat with 29 people running for president that's all Democrats. So they all 29 get people to vote for them. And now the Republicans voted for one dickhead. They won. Why? Because y'all split the power. Y'all arguing amongst yourselves. Y'all don't listen to the Quran. I watch Muslims attack Muslims online. I thought the Quran said to hide your brother's sin. You don't obey divine law. Why is the police getting shot? God told you, with the same judgment you give will be the same judgment you receive. But do you know that the devil's setting you up for a civil war? The real police officers that work with me ain't the ones in the street that's secretly wanting to kill me. The police officers that work with me now ain't like some of them grandchildren of them COINTELPRO agents who admire them old files and the way things used to be. We know that this country fucked up by how many people supporting that racist motherfucker Trump. Straight up. When people say they supporting Trump and they start beating people in the audience because they turn it into a race issue and all that, and they want to kick Mexico back across the line, motherfucker, this land belonged to Mexico first. Their ancestors' bodies is in the soil here. These people, man, to let a fool like that you know got weird connections because of money, and to see how many people nominated the fool. You will never let me be president, and I will fix it for everybody. I'm strong enough not to push the red button. I'm strong enough to go negotiate with the creeps. I'm strong enough to go up there and put the sergeant uniform and fight with the troops on the ground. But you don't want a president like that. Nah, man. Y'all want people that put weed to their lips but tell you they didn't inhale, and you'll believe that shit. You believe people that'll play saxophones and hit your song and hit a high note, but they'll do the worst thing that ever happened to black people. You still trying to fix it, and you'd never admitted that all the gentrification that's happening now came to the hands of your boy Bill Clinton and them. All up there in Harlem, all up there when they come to certain areas. Soon as he say, I like this area, I'm gonna put an office here, gentrification starts. They transforming your septic stuff right here in Germantown. Gentrification starting. Out-of-towners is realizing that Philadelphia real estate cheap because it ain't worth nothing. So they come in and buy it just so they can tear it down and rebuild it in your face. And they won't give you this money opportunity. They ain't giving you a piece. They ain't telling you that the same welfare money we could give you, we can make you a part of this big picture. They don't want to give you reparations. They don't want you to ever hear G-Law on the stage to stop the shootings. They know I've been around 10 years. The powers that be, the people who claim to want to donate. If you really wanted to help a man of God, you would. If you believe that God was pushing me, you would. But God in the Quran told them, don't mess with the Kafirs. The Kafirs is the non-believers. I'm waiting for Abraham's children to get their shit together, stop fighting over prehistoric baby mama drama so God's army size could double, and we can overtake this wickedness. How is there so many Muslims and Christians in the streets of Philadelphia and the devil running rampant right outside your church and your masjid? Do you feel offended? But when the Muslim walked past the church, is he greeted properly? As your brother in law? In law! God's law! When the Christian walked down the street past the masjid, do you greet him like your brother-in-law? Or do you treat him like Hagar, still mad at Sarah for kicking her out in the desert, even though God gave her all that black gold under the sand that Sarah walked away from? Could have been the Christian, Sarah. But your unfaithfulness, Sarah, is what created Hagar, who had the first child from Abraham's seed, who God said would multiply like the sand that you put her in. Sarah the Christian. Sarah the non-believer. Wasn't the first time Sarah made a mistake and lied. Remember, Sarah lied to a king. Why do we want to only speak of greatness when the devil's a liar and you will know them by the fruit they bear? Sarah caused her own problems. So, and Muslims, listen, you're supposed to be assalamu alaikum people. Peace be unto you. Part of being peaceful is being forgiven. You got to learn how to forgive your Christian brother for where they made a mistake. And you got to be willing to admit that you're making mistakes now. The prophet prophesied to you. This generation, after me, won't be on the Sirat al-Mustaqim, will not be on the path. So find out what he was talking about. I believe one God, one army, one love, one strength, one creator. If we all just get under the banner and let him judge. He said you'll know them by the fruit, but he said vengeance belongs to God.